Your employer is a sneaky, dirty snake that is using a variety of tactics to keep you enslaved and beholden to them. You are being deceived. You are being tricked into giving up your freedom for half you-know-what perks that don't really set you up for success. The first way that your employer keeps you enslaved to them is through pension plans, 401k plans, and matching contributions, and stock options. So if you want somebody to stay loyal to you, you want them to stay in your company forever so you can give them pissant raises every year and extract maximum profit from their labor, a great way to do it is to offer them a pension. A pension is a deferred annuity that pays you out for the rest of your life. But you have to earn it. You have to vest in the pension. You have to give your employer your blood, sweat, and tears in order to receive that pension. So the employer might say, okay, you got to give us 25, 30 years of working for us until you can get that sweet, delicious check. And a lot of people buy into it, not realizing that you can create your own pension by just investing in the stock market and the bond market with low-cost index funds and probably get better returns. But they keep you trapped because if you leave, guess what? You ain't going to get that pension. You're not going to get that sweet guaranteed check. That's going to be smaller than if you just invested your money in the market. That's the first way they do it. They also give you matching contributions to your 401k. A 401k is a tax-advantaged retirement plan offered by an employer. When you work for an employer, what they'll do is they'll say, hey, we'll give you a little bit of extra compensation. We'll put in, let's say, 5% as a match into your retirement plan. And they have this tricky system called a vesting schedule. So when they put money into your 401k as a matching contribution, you actually don't earn that. You have to earn it over typically a 5-year period of time. What does that do? That traps you in the company for at least 5 years, because if you leave, guess what? The money that they put in, they will rip it right back out. If you get a matching contribution and you don't vest because you haven't worked there long enough, guess what? They will literally take the money out if you quit your job. This is the employer contribution. So they've trapped you by dangling these peanuts in order to keep you slaving away for them. And once you work for them, guess what? They're not going to give you big raises every year. Oh no, they'll maybe keep up with inflation, but you're not going to progress massively to the point where you can buy yourself financial freedom, okay? The employer match is a very sneaky, dirty trick with a vesting schedule to keep you in place. And speaking of vesting schedules, stock options. So one of your ways to get compensated as an employee is that they will give you stock options in the company that you work for. And that gives you the ability to buy stock in the corporation at a discounted rate. It sounds like a great deal, right? Once again, it has a vesting schedule. So in order to get a slight discount on the company's stock, you got to work there for years and earn it for years and years and years. And then your reward is you get a slight discount on a stock. But unfortunately, that also increases your risk of losing money in the long run by concentrating your money in one stock. So they've trapped you with several different sneaky methods. The next method they use is they devour your free time. The last thing an employer wants to do is to give you free time, because if you have free time, you have the potential to start another business and compete with them. So what they do is they encourage you to work long hours, especially if you're on a salary. If you're a salaried employee, you have to work as long as they need you. And then on top of that, they do social functions and other work events that take up so much of your free time, because you're networking, that you don't have time. You don't have the energy to start another business. And this is especially pronounced in Japan, where they have this culture of you work like crazy, and then you are expected to work and meet people after work so you can network and show your loyalty to the corporation. And when you do that, you are so tired. Let's say you get home at 9 or 10 o'clock every day. There is no possible way that you can start your own business. You are trapped by the corporation. The next thing they do is they give you titles, right? Because in American society, it's all about appearance and titles. You are respected if you have a vice president title in your name, or you're a, senior manager. And people wear that as a badge, and employers know that. So what they do is they say, hey, to keep this guy in the corporation, let's give him a new title. I'm currently a senior accountant, for example. What if they started calling me a master accountant? Or what if they started calling me the vice controller? Well, on the surface, that seems like a promotion. Like, wow, I'm moving up. I'm progressing in life because now I have this new title and maybe I get a slight raise. When in reality, they're still making a massive profit off of your labor. If you are providing a corporation labor and they are keeping you on the books, theoretically, they are making a profit off of you. And I saw this firsthand, okay? I was offered raises, maybe a new title to work at a tax firm. But what they did is they'd pay me $30, $35 an hour, and then they would bill me out to clients at $200 an hour. So they were making a massive profit. And they had a vesting schedule for the 401k and all sorts of other stuff that were designed to keep you entrapped. The next thing that corporations do is they highly discourage you from having a side business. I'm taking a risk by doing YouTube and by having a tax business on the side, because employers know that if you have a side business, guess what? You're working towards freedom. And it's deeply discouraged because it basically says you're not loyal to the corporation, which could fire you in a heartbeat. So the concept of you starting your own business is a red flag for employers. If they see that you have any kind of enterprise, they are going to attack you and potentially fire you, which they can do at will, because you dare try to start your own business. Do you think it's a good thing for my employment prospects that I have a YouTube channel? Do you think employers like the fact that I have a tax business and a bookkeeping business? See the pinned comment if you're interested. Of course they don't. I've had many job offers refused, and I 100% know it's because they found my side businesses and they see that I'm a threat I'm resistant to their enslavement. So you guys need to be really careful about there and really think, is your corporation really helping you out? Or are they enslaving you, keeping you down, and preventing you from achieving a life of true independence and freedom by becoming self-employed? And the more you think about it, and the more you see all the tactics that they do, and the more you consider the amount of time that you give to this corporation, and then you compare that to the raises and benefits that they give you, it actually doesn't balance out. In the long run, they're keeping you stuck. They can fire you at any time. And if they do fire you, you have nothing to fall back on except go work for another corporation. You are a slave. Bend the knee. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think employers are sneaky little snakes keeping us down? Or am I just completely delusional? Like, subscribe, check out the pinned comment. I have a link tree. You can check out all my services, tax preparation, bookkeeping for small businesses, sponsored videos. I have a book, Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon, and I will do one-on-one consultations with you if you wish that as well. Talk to you later.